Hey, Facebook Live. Happy, I think it's Wednesday. It doesn't really matter. But happy day. I hope everyone's serving you well. Again, if I don't ever shout you out, just I can't see you. But I always appreciate you taking your time to watch this, either now live or later. Hey, Miriam, how's it going? And yes, this is daily motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing the same things over and over again until they become habits. And today I want to talk about um, a misconception. So I was on a chat room and somebody asked, what are the keys to success? Or what is the major key? What is the number one key to success? And somebody put luck. And I responded back to them and said, I respect your opinion. I just humbly disagree with your take on that. It's just because what I've studied. And what I've studied, I put in the book Destiny on Purpose, How to Get What You Truly Want Out of Life. And one thing I quoted in the book was there's no such thing as luck. There isn't. See, I've took 7 years and studied all the major successful people throughout history. I'm talking about kings, politicians, uh, entertainers, athletes, business people, presidents. And I've studied these people to the T. Why? Because I wanted to understand what it took to be successful. How did you go from where you were to where you wanted to be, where we remember you throughout history? So I took a lot of time on that, where I say I have a master's degree in it, because they say you take, 6 years to get a master's degree? So I took 6 years in that study. Actually, I'm probably on my 8th year now, going for my PhD. And one thing I noticed in all those gentlemen I've studied, reading biographies, um, reading memoirs, watching interviews, and there's one thing that they've never said, not once, it was luck. Now, they always say there's some luck involved, but luck to me is when preparation meets opportunity. That you already prepared yourself for the time to come where you'll be able to manifest your dream. So luck to me is when preparation meets opportunity. So you can't just be lounging around and then the opportunity comes and you're not prepared and then luck happens. No, you have to be prepared in positive expectation that what you want will come. And when you move preparing for that positive expectation, the opportunity shows itself. It's called law of attraction. It's a law of nature. But it has nothing to do with the blatant luck, as in, I'm just going to sit on my tail and then something's going to manifest for me. I haven't seen it happen. If you have an example, if you watch this, and please DM me, because I don't know one. Not one. Everybody functions from laws. And when I understood, when I read all these books, all these biographies, all these memoirs, all these interviews, I realized they all were doing the same things. They were following a law of nature, a law of success. It's steps. It has nothing to do with luck, because anyone, in whatever country you are, whatever race you are, whatever gender you are, whatever religion you are, if you follow the steps, you will find success. So, Rich, why don't people do it? Because it's easier for it to fall in your lap. It is harder to work for it. It's like six-pack abs, right? To get six-pack abs, you have to work hard. But what we have? We have fast fat-burning pills. We have quick skinny pills, and all these things. Oh, this proven diet. All these things. When people had six-pack abs back in Greece, we didn't have any of those things. Why? Because they put in the work. They put in the laws. They just did the laws over and over and over again, repeatedly, and then it manifests. Anything in your life, if you want it to happen, you manifest, you have to put in the work. And work is a 4-letter word that nobody really wants to hear. You know, you tell any little kid, hey, I want to be a millionaire. Okay, you got to work for it. Maybe I don't want it that bad. Nobody likes to work. Work is hard, man. Nobody likes to work. Nobody wants to put in effort. Nobody wants to grind. Nobody wants to push. I woke up at 5 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. And when the alarm goes off every morning, I'm like, why am I even doing this? Why am I getting up this early? I don't want to get up this early, but I do it because I'm following the laws. I know that in order for me to get to where I want to be, I have to follow the laws of success. And there's 20 laws of success that I wrote in this book that I follow to the T, at least for the most part. Again, I'm trying to master it now. Even when you learn it, the application is still the hard part. Yes, I can learn all the information in the world, but I have to apply it. And applying it is the work. It's the application of the laws that's the work. But I promise you, I've seen people from poor countries to rich, having rich uncles. And each one of them just followed the steps. And every one of them that got lucky, lottery winners, I just happen to be 8 foot tall athlete, they lose it all. You should take a time and look at Antoine Walker, really talented player, bankrupt, completely bankrupt. Why? Because he didn't follow the laws. He thought his talents would make room for him, but it's the working of the laws that do. And so if you are one of those people that still believe in luck and still believe, hey, if I pray enough, if I affirm enough, if I visualize enough, it's going to fall in my lap. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Though those are applications that is part of the work, you have to put in the habits as well and the spiritual beliefs in yourself that has to come forward. And all that is working. And it's not hard work. Hard work will never make you successful. It's not like I got to grab stuff and move it around. I'm working hard. I'm sweating. It's not that type of work. It's the internal work. That's the hard part. Facing yourself in the mirror, seeing all the attributes of you, the positive and the negatives, to really understand you and know where your talents are and where you're good at, and then lock down and triple down on those things. That takes work. That takes discovery. That takes time. And so anything that you want out of life, if you want to be successful at it, you have to A, figure out the people that have done it before you. B, see their philosophy. Not what they did, because times change. But look at their philosophy. What were they thinking? How are they moving? What was their way of being? I was listening to Neil Donald Walsh this morning, and he said abundance doesn't come from doing. It comes from being. And James Allen said, you do not get what you want. You get what you are. So creating that sense of being, who you are, like if you are a vindictive person, success will not come your way because you'll do things vindictively that will cause failure. If you are easily emotionally drawn person, where just everything emotionally drains you, trust me, on your road to success, you'll be emotionally drained and you will do things that will take away from your success. So you have to understand the 20 laws and the applications of it, but it all filters through you. It's all about your mental, your mind, your physical, your habits, the actions that you take, and the spiritual, which is the metaphysical, the reactions. Everything has an equal and opposite reaction. It's physics. So every action you take has an equal and opposite reaction. There's a reaction that happens, and that's in the metaphysical. You have no control over that, but you do have control of the causes that you give to cause the reaction. See, if I throw a rock into the water, I can't cause the ripples to be made. That's nature. But I'm the one that threw the rock in the water. So once I realized that I was only the cause, I could only do, I could only give, I could only be, and everything will react to the way I'm being. That's when I focused on who I was, who I want to become, and who I'm being in a state that produces success versus focusing on the effects, what I'm going to get. Because what I'm going to get is natural. What I'm going to get is going to come. What I'm going to get naturally flows into our lives. What I'm going to get is a natural reaction. It's physics. I know many of us skip physics class, so I'll give you a quick lesson. It's physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. But most of us focus on the reaction. Again, we have no control over the reaction, We have only control over the actions that we take and the way that we think and what we believe and who are we being. But we have no control over the reaction. So if you focus on your thoughts, your actions, your habits, and your belief system, and controlling your emotions, the reaction is going to come. It's by law. But there is no such thing as luck. There is no four-leaf clover. Again, if you could believe, if you ever read the book, The Magic of Belief, some people had four-leaf clovers. They had rituals that causes things. But it didn't come from the ritual itself. It came from their belief in the ritual. It's a really good book. You should really read it. But it has nothing to do with luck. It has everything to do with their belief system. And like the good book said, to him that believeth, it'll come. To what you believe will manifest. Not what you do, but what you believe, which is indication of who you're being. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. Either you could agree with me or not agree with me. But either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching. Jasmine, Miriam, Delilah, well, I haven't seen her in a long time, Kayleigh, and everyone else that has a chance to watch this later. I appreciate it. Love is love. Namaste.